Don't take this personally, Romelo. It won't work. You do your thing, I do my thing, you know? It won't work. We can't work with Akata.
Akata. What is this Akata shit? Like American? Oh, shit. Cotton picker.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cobra Head, and yeah, we are right back. Quick turnaround. Definitely wanted to get into this fight with Naoya Monster Inoue versus Stephen Coolboy Fulton. Let's get into it. I'm really excited about this fight. I definitely wanted to go on record and make sure I gave my prediction, give a little bit of a fight breakdown of what I saw so far leading up. But yeah, let's take a look at their actual, physique and size during the fighter workouts. As you guys know, the fight is in Japan, and what I could see, definitely in Inoue's physique, he's definitely a smaller guy, but he does fight with a lot of, I would say, just ferociousness in his style. He is coming up from a lot of the smaller weight divisions. He's 30 years old, 24 wins, 21 by way of knockout, definitely a come forward type of fighter. And doing my research, I watched the Donaire fight. I don't know, I definitely think his style is fitting for Coolboy, Stephen Fulton. Here's Stephen Fulton here, just putting on the show out there, doing the business side of things. He definitely seems ready, very sharp. In my understanding of knowing about Coolboy, he's a Philly fighter, through and through. He's a Philly fighter. You saw a lot of the great Philly fighters in the beginning of the video. If you guys haven't seen the Burt Cooper fight versus Evander Holyfield, definitely Google that. Great fighters. Bernard, of course, even though Bernard is definitely a head scratcher sometimes, but Stephen Fulton is a Philly fighter, he's a very smart fighter, high IQ, and he's always behind the jab. And that was one of the things that I felt Inoue was very susceptible to, just getting picked off with a lot of jabs from Donaire. And you could see the results on Inoue's face in all of his fights. After his fights, his eyes will get cut, his face is all busted up. So it's definitely going to be a good fight. And shout out to Tim Bradley, who made an excellent point that I honestly didn't see at that time. And he said that nobody's ever really stepped to Inoue and turned into an inside type of phone booth fight. And that definitely is a Coolboy style. He could definitely fight on the inside. Most Philly fighters can fight on the inside. So I definitely like that perspective from Tim Bradley. But this is definitely going to be a good fight. It's been some controversy around the fight. I wanted to get into that in regards to I would guess say the boxing commission in Japan, where they allow the tape to go directly on the skin. And, a lot of, boxing channels that I've been reading a little bit on it, that is called stacking. I'm also hearing that it's not stacking unless the tape, which goes directly on the skin, goes over the knuckle. So I don't know what's actual, like a fact on the glove stacking thing. If there's anybody that wants to drop some knowledge in the comment section, I'm definitely open to learning more about the glove wrapping portion, but from my understanding, when I've seen a lot of people get their gloves wrapped, they put the gauze on the skin first, and then you continue the wrapping. And that's why I put Nazim in the beginning of the video. He was an expert. He was always an extra eagle eye in Bernard's corner for a long time. He was responsible for turning around Sugar Shane Mosley's career. He was also the trainer who caught Antonio Margarito, back in the day. And, he caught him, with during the glove wrapping, and that's what he caught him with the plaster, Just a terrible individual. I'm not a Margarito fan. That guy should be banned and never brought up in the history of boxing. And after that fight, Shane got busy and knocked Margarito out. But my point is that you have to have that type of trainer to identify these type of things, to speak on your behalf and make sure that it's a fight on an even playing field. I've been reading a lot of disturbing comments about it doesn't matter. Cool Boy should wrap his hands up like that too. And what's going on with the integrity of boxing fans? Like what are we? These guys are humans too. And this is the reason why we look down on boxers, because but they're fighting and punching each other. But I would say a lot of the savageness is coming from the fans of what they want to see and what they deem as entertainment. These guys pretty much harming each other and just having no regard and, being dismissive of steroid use. Inoue was pretty much, I heard, ducking some of the Olympic style testing, so a lot of these things go on when you go overseas. This is type of things that you have to be ready for when you go to these different countries. And we all saw that last year or earlier this year with Devin Haney, when he fought Kambosos twice. He had to take pretty much the B-side purse. He had to travel all the way to Australia. They were trying to ban his father, and he had to overcome it mentally, so that's why Devin Haney, is definitely built, and he's a true champion. And now it's Stephen Fulton's turn, but he actually got a nice payday to come over there because he is the champion. Stephen Fulton has 21 wins, 8 by knockout. I would say not as much power based on like the knockout percentage, but Stephen Fulton is the younger man and is also the bigger man. And that's definitely going to play his part in the fight. And I really saw it during the weigh-in. Stephen Fulton was definitely physically bigger than Inoue, so that's definitely gonna play its part. I think the last 4 or 5 fights of Stephen Fulton's have gone 12 rounds, so he knows how to execute the game plan through the entire duration of the fight. That's very important to win 9, 10, 11, and 12, to understand how to maintain the stamina and the endurance for the second half of the fight, or catch that second win, so to speak, of what they say. So it's definitely going to be a great fight. I do have Stephen Fulton winning. I believe he has the higher IQ. He does definitely need to watch out for I would say like the raw power of Inoue, and don't get into a firefight. I think he should fight in spots and get out of there. Definitely doesn't need to just be going for the fences, swinging back and forth. But that there may be moments in that fight. Inoue definitely knows how to score. A lot of people are picking Inoue. I definitely saw a lot of people picking Stephen Fulton as well. So it's definitely going to be a great fight. I believe the fight comes on at like 5 in the morning. So definitely going to try to pop up early to catch the fight. It's going to be on ESPN Plus for those interested in where the fight is. But it's going to be a good fight. This year in boxing has just been absolutely excellent. Boxing definitely came back strong with a lot of mega fights this year, and we're not even done. We have Anthony Joshua later in the year. We have Deontay Wilder later in the year. Possibly Devin Haney later in the year again. Tank Davis later in the year again. So this is definitely a great time for boxing, and as fans, this is a time where we should all be very appreciative and talking up boxing. I see a lot of channels where they're talking down on the actual sport that we all have in common. So I don't understand that aspect of some of the content creators that I listen to. Nevertheless, I'm looking forward to the fight. I do have Stephen Fulton winning. I have him winning a majority decision, but I definitely think he's going to win the fight. He's going to bring the belts back home. Inoue is definitely going to, come out and leave it on the line. I just think Stephen Fulton is a little bit too much for him to just come straight to the division and jump straight to the multi-belt champion. I'm not sure the decision that Inoue's management made in this regard, but they have a lot of confidence. I would say they have a lot of confidence in their fighter to just jump straight to Stephen Fulton, which definitely I don't agree with that decision. But that is my prediction. Please like and subscribe. Welcome all the new subscribers. It's your boy Cobrahead, and I'm out.
Well, don't take this personally, Romero. It won't work. You do your thing, I do my thing. It won't work. We can't work with Akata.
Akata. What is this Akata shit? Like American? Oh shit. Cotton picker.